30 years out of the United States with a drug offense, but now wants to come into the United States. How? Well, we couldn't get them in as a permanent resident, but we were able to get them in on a parole because ultimately he wanted to attend his daughter's wedding. It was a very sweet moment, and I want to share that with you. Let's go. Hi everyone, my name is Joseph and I'm the managing partner here at Tsang and Associates, where we solve legal problems with creative solutions. This daughter, who is a cop, was getting married, and it's been a long time since she saw her father. Her father used to be a green card holder when she was really young, but left the United States and lives abroad, and it's been 30 years. The problem is he also has a drug offense, even though it got taken care of, there was a post-conviction relief, it got reduced, but it's still on his record. Given that situation, it's almost impossible to try to get a tourist visa to come to the US. Definitely not getting a work visa, that'd just be fake. It's impossible for this person to come in as a green card holder. It was a very weak case. But we were able to go down, sit down with the officer and say, hey, look, there is this situation. I know it sounds crazy, but would they be able to come in for a week? There's all these assurances that it's not going to overstay, it's not going to be a threat to the United States. We just need them to be paroled. They could abandon the green card on the spot if you're willing, if you want to do that. The officer was able to listen to everything and say, okay, let's set a time, a date, a place, prepare the documents, prepare the assurances, and we can make that happen. So last week, it happened. The client was able to go to the border, was able to present everything, the wedding, the invitation, the birth certificate, and this gentleman was able to come in. But the good news is it didn't just come in for 1 week. It granted for 90 days to be able to be in the US. And then afterwards, the daughter was said, well, now you formally abandoned the green card, the 407, I can start the green card process for you. Because obviously the US citizen daughter is a US citizen and police officer, so probably could get the I-130 and NVC process faster. So in a few years, maybe when the US citizen cop gives birth, has a children, has a family, maybe the grandfather could be with them. This was so much work, so much logistical work just to abandon the green card. But sometimes giving up the green card, taking one step back, is actually 10 steps forward. Because if they didn't abandon the green card, they have to formally abandon it 407 with the USCIS, and then it could process for a long time, and then the future green card application could be delayed significantly. But they were able to do it at the border. It took a few hours to go through the entire interview process to make sure this person is being paroled in, the entire fingerprint process, but they were able to get in and go to the wedding. There were so many documents to prove that the wedding is legitimate, the marriage, and the invitation and the relationship. And so the officer was able to do this family a favor. Is it because it's a marriage ceremony, it's supposed to be joyous? Is it because this 30-year-old green card holder had an expired green card still on hand and not just an A number? Probably. Is it because this person and this individual still has a pretty good background from their home country and this drug offense was minor? Probably. Everything added together to make it so that the officer said, fine, we're willing to let this one in. I believe there's so many people in this world with unique circumstances that are like this. And the truth is the CBP officers, they don't have the time and day to sit down and deal with each one. Each one of these take hours. Like this one took half a day. It's not a matter of clicking one button and then you're in. It takes a lot of paperwork. It takes a lot of time. It takes officers to be dedicated, trained to do this. And so in this situation, what you need to do is to really prepare your case so that it makes their job as easy as possible, right? Show them that you are not a threat to the United States. Show them every single document that backs up your story. You want to go to attend a wedding. Show everything you can possibly have so that they can believe you and they can do a background check on everything. That's the way we like to do these type of cases, where we prepare like hundreds of pages to explain to the officer in detail and give them time to review. Not everybody does it that way. A lot of times people just hold one paper, like here's my wedding invitation, let me in. Maybe sometimes it works if your case is easy, if you're a US citizen, sure. But sometimes if you have left the country for 30 years with a criminal record, don't expect that to be so easy, but it's still possible. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Take care. Bye-bye.